Okay, so I'm going to go over sending estimates and invoices through QuickBooks. And we're going to go through the online platform. So I'm going to sign in here. All right, so I'm on the dashboard, and over to the left, you've got a menu column: banking, sales, expenses, payroll. The main area you're going to stay in for estimates and invoices is going to be sales. So I'm going to go to sales, and I've got a dummy company that I've created, but that we'll use for the example. But at the top here, you've got overview, all sales, invoices, estimates, payment links, customers, deposits. We're going to focus on estimates and invoices. So we're currently on invoices, and if you scroll down, you can see what invoices are still open and how long they've been open. So you've got a couple here that are 15 days, 8 days, 6 days, and then you can see the ones that are completed that have been deposited, that are complete. Estimates. These are estimates that we've sent out that either were or were not turned into invoices. But we're going to go over estimates and invoices. So we'll do an estimate really quick here. So if you want to create an estimate, you're just going to go to create estimate. Okay. And then over here, you've got the customer drop down box. So you can choose a customer that's already existing. So I'm going to go ABC Graphics. That's the dummy company that I've made up, and it's got my email in there. And then down here under product or service in this line item, you're going to go ahead and select through the drop down. It'll either be like a banner, graphic design, printing. You've got signs, wrap dash full wrap. We've got decals. That's a common one. Graphics and partial wrap. So we'll go with. And you've also got credit card fees. So we'll go with full wrap, and we'll just type in 2022 Ford F-150 quantity 1, and you can type in whatever else you want in the description: design, print, and install. Type in your price. We'll make the math easy here for the sake of the credit card fee. So let's say you got 1,000. If you know for sure they're going to pay online and they're going to run a card and you want to add the 3%, you go to the second line item, and once you start typing in, you have to click on it twice. Credit, you'll see the option pull up, or you can add in a new line item option if you want to, but credit card fees already in here, so you'll tap that. I usually put 3% in the description, and that rate, so 3% of your 1,000 is going to be $30. Okay, which is going to bring your total to 1,030. Okay, and you'll see that here, subtotal. So you can either save it or do save and send. And save and send, that means it's going to save it and then automatically email it to whatever email you've got up here that is linked to your customer. So I just put mine in here for this dummy company, fake company. So I'm going to do a save and send. Okay, you're going to see this preview window. All right, and you can either print it or you can send it, which means it's going to be sent via email and automatically close out. So now the email has been sent, and that was the estimate. And then you'll see at the top again, under sales, you got invoices, estimates. So if you go back to estimates, you'll see that recent estimate that you just made. And if whenever you're ready to turn it into an actual invoice so they can pay, you'll select that. You'll see this window pop up, and you'll go to edit, and you'll see up here create invoice. And you don't have to select the company again or the email. What I always do though is under terms, I'll go to due on receipt, because we're not a net 30. All of your line items are still the same, and then you'll do a save and send, and that's going to send the invoice. Okay, and going back real quick, I'll close out of this. If you want to put a special message in the invoice or the statement, for example, we prefer to not have people mail checks because the mail system's bad, so we'll say please do not mail checks. Oops, this is checks. And you can, I'll copy and paste that in the statement so it's seen in two places. Alright. And then now when you go to save and send for the invoice, you'll click yes because it was modified, no problem. So now that should show up. Where does that show? That message will show up in the email. They'll actually see it in the email when they receive it. And again, the customer does not have to have QuickBooks to pay online. They just have to have an email to send the link to. So we'll hit send and close. Okay, so it went to denerotaylor@gmail.com. So I'm going to go to my email. Okay, and refresh it here. And here is the estimate we sent earlier. Okay, it shows it as a PDF as well. And then here is the invoice. So if I'm standing there and I want to pay with a card, I just open up my email, go to this link, review and pay, and just pretty much put in my card info and select pay, and the transaction should show up in the actual account the next day. So going back to the QuickBooks tab, we'll go through really quick just sending an invoice. So let's say we just want to skip the estimates process and just go straight to invoice. Okay, so I'll click invoice and we'll do create invoice, and we'll do a brand new customer. So let's say we got a brand new customer that's not in the system yet. So I'll type in, we'll call it test company. Okay, and then it'll say add new because it doesn't recognize that in our system yet. So we'll hit add new, and then you have the option of going ahead and linking that customer's email to this company. So we'll just put my email in there again just for an example. Okay, I usually don't enter all these other items. It's just extra time added. The most important thing is the email because that's where the invoice is going to go to. So I'll hit save, and now you'll see that test company in the email you added is now part of our system. We'll go to net terms, due on receipt. We'll do decals just as a different example. You almost have to double tap on this twice for some reason, but as soon as you start typing in that line item, it'll pop up decals. We'll do just something simple, card decals, dash with install. We'll say $100. They're paying online, so you're adding the credit card fee. Yep. Credit, and there it is, pops up. 3%, $3. Okay, your subtotal 103. You also see it there. So once you're done, this is the invoice, and you'll see this up here to confirm that it says invoice. And again, if you want to put something down here as some type of specific message, you can. I never really add attachments for any specific reason. I mean, you can though if you want to add an attachment of like a proof or something like that, but I never add attachments. So once that's said and done, you'll hit save and send, and send and close, and then it's sent to me. Now if you want to print off a physical copy for the customer and they are there, you'll find that invoice. So I've got the this invoice here. Okay, I'll just click on that, go to edit invoice, and then I'll go down here to print or preview. Okay, so print or preview, and then I will, you can do it a couple of ways. You can go ahead and try and print it directly here from the print icon, or you can download it. And drag that off the side to your desktop. Here it is on your desktop. Double click and open it, and then you can go to File, Print, and it'll send it to whatever printer you've got linked up. And there it is right there. So we'll go ahead and cancel all of that, cancel that, cancel that. I'm going to close this out. And that is pretty much it for the invoices and estimates. And you can also see if a customer has not paid the invoice but has viewed it. So we've got a couple here that were sent but they weren't viewed, and then you've got a few here that were sent but they were viewed, because it says viewed here in this little section. So that is it.